Hey, it's Lineage Devotee back with Archon, Salaine, Morn. And I saw 3 4-cost units in there. Archon's Palace, which is hard to pass up, but I decided that was too many high-cost units and I didn't think it was going to be worthwhile. So instead I have here a couple of units, a couple of ambushy things, raiding portal, inevitable trail. I feel like that's alright. I'm looking across the board and seeing 3 red planets first up, and I'm thinking already I can tell my my usual Achilles heel of trying to get in far too soon, to rush the game. So I'm thinking, haha, 3 red, I can get in on those, when perhaps that wouldn't be the ideal thing to do. Fortress Monastery, which is quite interesting to see. We don't see the cost reducer coming out of Space Marines very often, especially with Cato, who's got the money to burn usually, so that's quite a cool one for him to be using. Make it real basic. I'm going to throw down the Slaver, and I think my thought is that if I go to that planet, I can win the command and send the Slaver to another planet and get some more command. Ideally, that would be great. So he goes, he's got an Earthcast Technician, presumably looking for Cato's sword. That tends to be what people are keen on. I could raid and steal a resource off him. Gets himself a jump pack, it's a good card. But I think I'll save the money to ambush things, basically. And I'm thinking raid is two shields, which is quite helpful. Could save me against Cato, could be quite useful against Cato. So he's just slowly taking his way with the command. Hasn't been able to use his Fortress Monastery yet, because he hasn't put out any Space Marines, that's just tricky. Let's see if he finds one. And I'm just going to check if he's aware that I've finished. There we go. So he's using the monastery, and what's he bringing in? Fire Drake Terminators. Oh, I see. He's reduced it to. Well, there we go. Let's fix that up. So that's really tough. What am I going to do here? I can, if I go to planet 1 and he doesn't, then I will be able to run the slavers away, but I'm a little bit worried that they're just going to die. No, I'm going to go and hopefully back that up. So, let's see here. Where's Cato going to go? Is Cato going to go to 1 to guarantee that kill, or is he going to go elsewhere? So there we go. Okay, I'm done. I'm at 1. Let's see, where does he go? And I'm at 1, he goes to 3. That's excellent. That means I get my plenty of income, so I'm happy about that. But he actually gets quite a respectable income there as well. So, first things first, I get planet 1. And then I hit that to move it to the next planet, where I get those command. I believe I've done that accurately. I hope I've done that accurately. So there we go. I've got a Power from Pain, which is really good against those fire drakes, but I'm going to have to clear out the Kappas to be able to really take advantage of it. Nothing hugely powerful for the ambush, but I do have Shuriken Catapult, which might be helpful. We'll have to kind of see. I could use Inevitable Betrayal on it, so that I won't take any damage from defenders, and then bring in my my Shadowed Thorns Pillagers. So no command, just to be clear. It's a big brute of a thing that I'm going to have to defeat here. Let's see. Battle at planet 1. Inevitable Betrayal, I am using it. So any undamaged units have their text box blank including traits. So that is now just a 3-6. Nothing else going on. Although, you have to admit, 3-6 is still pretty respectable, so I must be quite confident with my ambushing here. Right, put in the pillages for their full cost, and then get a refund of 1 because it's a red planet. Wait and see if he's got any other reaction to that yet. No. There we go. No reaction. And I want to make sure to use the fullest devastation that I can here. So I throw on the Shuriken Catapult. And then after all of that setup, he's got nothing, and I'm going to swing for 5. What's he got to shield with? He has an Indomitable that he plays, which means all of that big swing is completely wasted, really. So that wasn't good. That was a bit of a shame. And now it's his turn to swing. So I've got my raid. I know I'm going to have to shield with that. So my pillages can stay alive. But that's good. That's fine. And we can start causing some more damage to them. Pick away a bit with the warlord. I'll have initiative next turn, so that's good. But he's got a jump pack that he shields the Terminators with for my warlord. So all in all, a very typical Space Marine sort of round. Just can't quite hurt him, you know, they're just tough. But that's fine, I can win this, and he runs away. So he's the only target I can have. I may as well ping him from Aatrox Prime, which he shields that too. I'm assuming he's thinking I've got a Clivex, which is good practice against someone like the Archon. But yeah, so he's using up a lot of cards, so I guess that helps. So he used an Imperial Power Fist there to shield him. That's not a very common card to see. I think it came out in one of the very last packs of the Deathword cycle, and yeah, no, I don't think it got particularly used. So he's triggering Bala, seeing that I have very few cards, and it takes my power from pain, which is a nuisance. That would have been something I could have worked towards trying to finish off the Fire Drakes, but odds are he probably would have put out some more Kappas, and I wouldn't have been able to get rid of them all in time anyway, so I'm not too strung out by that, not too worried about that. I pulled a Gut and Pillage, which is nice, so if I can get myself to a red planet and win a red planet, then I can get my bonus resources. But I also pulled a Shattered Thorns bodysuit, which I find is just a nice little bit of an extra in this deck. It applies to pretty much every unit that I have in the deck, and it's just useful. So he somehow keeps reducing the cost to 1 with his Fortress Monastery instead of by 1, but that's alright. So he's got Veteran Brother Maxos, which gives him effectively an ambush quality, which is tricky. So trying to decide what I want to put out. I'm going to stall it a bit with the bodysuit. I'm just chatting with him about the resource cost element. So I've got... He's probably going to be able to beat me on Planet 1 at this point. Considering, shall I go to Planet 1 myself? I can always raiding... Well, depending on if I win command there or not. If I do win command there, I can send something away, but if he goes there with his Fire Drakes, at the moment he's got more hammers, and I wouldn't be able to send anything away. It would probably be worth his while taking the Fire Drakes there, because he's got more big heavy stuff than me on the board, and then that gives him a darn good chance of being able to bully his way through these first 3 red planets. So I decide I might as well put a little bit more pressure onto that planet with the Dying Sun's Marauders. If I do pull a Pillages or something, and I'm able to ambush them and gain some resources, or if I pull another raid that I can use, although I've got way more resources to him, so probably not. But if I can ready the Dying Suns again, that would be quite helpful. I wasn't actually paying attention there. Where did I say I'd go? Let's see where he goes. Let's see where I go. It's all going to be a bit of a surprise. Alright, he's made a decision. Oh, sorry, that felt strange in my mouth. And he does go to Planet 1, and so do I. Yeah, I think I was hoping to win the command, but clearly I do not, and so I cannot raiding portal, which I think was probably not the best idea. I possibly should have gone to Planet 2, left the Dying Suns, held on to the Dying Suns, gone to Planet 2. I could have sent my pillagers down to Planet 5 to get bonus resource, well, not bonus resources, but to get some more command. But then, if he hadn't stopped their command, I could have used them to jump back to Carnath at the beginning of the next turn to be ready after having won the command on Planet 5, which would be quite useful. So I think that might have been a better manoeuvre there. It would have kept them out of trouble, meant they were ready instead of exhausted. It meant it would have been my swing and they would have been on 5 attack on my initiative. So all of those things I think would have been a good idea. So the Fire Drake Terminator is scaring me. I'm not sure what I have to sort of work with that at the moment, and I certainly don't look like I'm going to be able to use my Gut and Pillage this turn, which is also a pain. But we go straight into the damage, and he kills them. Now, yeah, so I probably should have got them out of there. But that gives him a resource. 2 resources. Should have been 1. So I'm figuring I'm not going to be able to survive the battle very well. Probably my best bet is to try and bloody Cato. But of course we're fighting on Iridial, aren't we? I believe we are, because I'm not a very clever person at this sort of thing. I often do that. Or was it Iridial that we turned down at the end? I might be wrong. Alright, so I start getting Cato. Most of my deck is around ambush and all those sorts of things, so I think it's only fair to try and maximise my chance of killing the warlord. Oh, no arrow going there. There we go. Get some more onto Cato. He's thinking about this damage this time. Rally the charge. That's an interesting one. Makes me think he's looking for spike damage here. I'm assuming he's got something like promotion somewhere as well, but that makes me a bit worried as well. There we go, Archon Morn against him. Somehow he got up to 13 cards. How on earth did that happen? Another rally the charge as a shield, just keeping him alive. Just looking at how the raiding portal works, where you can go to. Sends you to a red planet. That's the key thing to remember, I think. You can win anywhere and then go to a red planet. Alright, so Cato moves out of the way, which is expected. And now I've got almost no shields. Is it worth me trying anything? I decide it is not. I decide it is not worth sticking around. He takes Taurus. He's got more than me, so that's fine. That's all good. That is one of the benefits of playing Archon Morn as a very heavily ambush-driven deck, is that although I only have a couple of light little units, traditionally that would mean that you had lots of them, but I actually don't. I pretty much have one at a time until I need them. So yeah, that's good. Those are some alright units for building up a bit of command. The Archon's Terror will be very good to make sure I have a better chance of stopping him instead of losing Carnath. Oh, actually no, we've got one each, don't we? So Carnath is now no longer really an issue. And now I have to play a much longer game. I can use my Cabalites to red planets, and at the moment there's only the 2. But I decide it might as well be used now to build up a little bit more. I get a refund off it, which is great. I throw the slavers right down for command only. Although that, and I changed my mind. They have a decent body, they have the Shadowthorn's bodysuit, so I feel like they're not bad for that. And the Dying Suns are ready, so yeah, got a nice solid presence on planet 1. I feel like that's good. That will mean I have 2 red and 2 blue, so I could win on the next planet, or down the line where he just centers Earth casts, or further down the line on Planum. Use the Incubus to stop his Void Pirate. I'm feeling a bit more confident now. I'm feeling like I've got some bits and pieces in position. I've got the Archon's Terror, which I can use to knock out the Fire Drakes anyway, just so that they're not ready and not part of a battle for a while. Or even better, I could knock out Maxos so he can't drop anything on the planet. But I think those are some good options. I feel like I'm going to likely get one of my Gut and Pillagers, and I'll have plenty of resources for the next turn as well. So I'm feeling quite good about my options at this stage. So it's over to him. He's got 13 cards and 7 resources. Somehow I've only got 2 cards. That is a heck of a lot of card difference that he's managed to pull in there. So let's see. He's dropping in a Space Marine of some sort. What's it going to be? Oh, yep. The Chosen. That's a solid hit. And he kills the Incubus completely. I'm interested that he didn't put the Chosen on planet 1. That gives me a hint that maybe he's decided that planet 1 is gone and he's not going to bother trying to defend it. But yeah, the Chosen, the Sicarius is Chosen. That's frustrating. Completely negating my Incubi there, which is annoying. I would have liked to have stopped that command from being quite so overwhelming. But I decide I'm pretty confident that planet 1 is there. He can't win on planet 1 anyway, even if he does take it. So I'll go to planet 2 to stop that extra card and see if I can get some for myself. And he does go to planet 1, which I was a little bit surprised by. But I suppose the Fire Drake Terminator's big, nasty units, not entirely outside the realm of possibility that he was going to do that. Alright, Archon's Palace, that's a nice draw, and another Archon's Terror. So I've got a whole lot of good cards turning up, that's really cool. The Archon themed suite with my Archon Morn. So he gets first action, and then I'm going to Terror away the Maxos, so he can't bring anything else in. And then I might Terror away the Terminators, but we'll see. Oh, maybe I'm not going to. That's what I'm thinking now I should have done. That's strange, I wonder why I didn't. Cato runs away, which is fine. So I can technically win just with nothing now. It'll be great. Maybe I'm holding on to the Terror until the last possible second. Another Indomitable. Frustrating. That would have been really good, killing it outright. But I'm hoping to kill him off rather than to... Yeah, it takes the wings. Hoping to kill him off rather than to just make him useless. With the hopes that I can just Archon's Terror the... Oh, gosh. So many shields and defences. These Space Marines. They're hardy things. And now he can drop in any unit he wants, which is going to be a pain. It's frustration. I really feel like I should have Archon's Terrored earlier. Got rid of both of them and just taken the planet. It would have given me 3 of the remaining planets would have let me win, so I could set off on any of them. And he wouldn't have been able to win until what's currently planet 4, second to last planet. So I would have had more options. And here he goes, he's using Maxos. See, I should have just got rid of him. Should have just sent him out of the whole thing. So what's he going to bring in with Maxos? He's got a lot of resources and cards. Could be something decent. it's a tactical squad, which, to be fair, is pretty decent against me here now. So, just looking at the bodysuit, I don't think defends the slavers, but I pass. It's his action. And he brings in another tactical squad. See, I absolutely should have got rid of Maxos way earlier. That's a big mistake there. Well, I mean, I was trying to hold on to it to make sure it was essential use of it, but I possibly should have done it earlier just to guarantee the win as soon as possible. Make it real clear it's me victory. But that is a shame. So I decide I'm not going to take the second hit from the tactical squad. I'm going to get rid of one of them at least. Having finally gotten tired of all these things. Alright, so now what am I going to do? What am I going to do here? He's staying. Just checking that's all of them, which I'm pretty sure it will be. Yep, all staying. So I'll see if I can get rid of those Terminators. So I feel like I can finish the job otherwise. Okay. Okay, he's got nothing else. Alright, so I've got nothing else that I'm going to be able to do action-wise, event-wise. I'm just hoping that I've got enough oomph to kill him off. He's going for the Venom first with Veteran Brother Maxos. I decide to shield that one. I think I'm thinking I don't want to be one wound off with no shields for the area effect. I want to have at least 2 wounds to go. So I am now thinking, where does my attack go? I've got a big swing of 4, so I'm thinking that should go onto Cardinus. Hopefully that will be enough. Nope, Drop Pod Assault keeps it alive. Alright. And so he's going to get to do his area effect from the tactical squad, but then I'm hopeful, fingers crossed, that I'll have just enough that I will be able to finish this. So I really need to get rid of the tactical squad. I do need to get rid of the Veteran Brother too. Let's see what I do next. What do I do next? I was waiting for him. Dying Sun, going for Maxos. Got him, finally. That seems promising to me. Alright, and Slavers for Cardinus. Ooh, he shields with the Drop Pod Assault. Oh! And that means, the thing is, I've got 1 hit point left on everything, and he is initiative. So everything will die if I stay. Which means I made the wrong choice. I should have swung twice at Cardinus, because then I probably would have been able to take out Maxos. The next round I would have had all 3, I think, wouldn't I? Oh no, he probably would have killed one of them with... no, Maxos was already exhausted. I probably would have been able to get them. So, Planum triggers the Terminators opposite Morn. There's no way I can win that. I can probably kill the Void Pirates before I go, but I certainly can't win the battle, which is very frustrating. Yeah, no, I run without even killing the Void Pirate. That's a disappointment. I've missed a few pretty obvious moves here. Should have killed the Void Pirate if I had the chance, although he could have possibly drop-podded assaulted me. And I should have taken out Cardinus as the bigger threat at the end there. I should have Archon's terrored both of those units. Oh, the hindsight is huge in this game. Alright. So, he has got 9 card advantage on me, which is massive. Just ridiculously massive. I'm not pulling the most ideal cards to deal with the problem. Let's see, he's only got 1 blue, so I can let the first planet go. I can let the second planet go. It's the third planet that I'm going to have to start getting worrying a bit. Ambush platform, always a good card. It's a solid move. Allows you to drop in any attachments you like and reduce their cost by 1. It's hard to argue with that, it's really useful. Archon's Palace. It seems like it's a bit late with that much of a card difference, unfortunately, but might as well start hindering what he can do, especially as the planets are narrowing up. Yep, game-changing card, but I think you need a longer game, more of a tight game to tip the balance rather than something that was so different. Alright, we've got another Space Marine coming. Could be something fairly big, fairly decent. White Scars Bikers, well, not gigantic, but perfectly respectable. So, he can't win on Planet 1. He can't win on Planet 2. So, I'm thinking I will go directly to stop him at Planet 3. I'm thinking I've probably got enough that I'll be able to defeat the Bikers and stuff. I reckon I can do it. At least I think that's what I'm thinking. It's what I'm thinking now, watching it back. That I want to make sure I stop him there, and then we can fight on Planum, and whoever wins Planum wins. I think it's a perfectly reasonable way to think about it, I reckon. Planet 3, yep, take all my stuff there. He's building up quite a slew of Space Marines on the other side of the board than me, though. So, probably going to be tricky. Alright, Planet 3. He goes to 3 as well. He's seen the same thing as I have, that it's just going to be too much. So I can't raiding portal myself away anywhere. Well, that's the only red planet, so I couldn't have anyway. I might as well stop that one where he's got lots and lots of card draw. Oh, see, that's how he got so far ahead of me. I was letting him trigger a 2-card planet with a Void Pirate on it for a while, wasn't I? 3 cards a turn extra. That's not small change, considering that he was Cato and picking resources for killing stuff, or at least able to. I don't think he's done it very often, just once or twice. Yeah, focusing on the card draw like that's probably a very good idea. So, I have to let him have it, which means he got 3 more cards than me, like 3 up again, and then gets to choose one. Yeah, that'd be doing a heck of a lot of damage. Should have thought of that sooner. Certainly should have been looking for that. Okay. He's got his Aluith, he's taken his card. Right, I'm thinking I can bloody his warlord now, that'll be good. I've got all my stuff exhausted, so a fair bit of it's going to die, but I can, if something survives and stands up, I can do a big swing with my shuriken catapult if I need to, and a few things like that. I should be okay. So, no actions. He gets to go first, unfortunately, so he's probably going to pick one off. Yep, takes out the Venom. There it goes. Alright. And then I've got nothing. He's got nothing, so I'm hoping to bloody Cato. What has he got? Indomitable? He's done it twice already, hasn't he? He's got a jump pack. So that's frustrating for me. I'm like, ugh. And that was a bit silly. There we go. We'll just put Cato back there with his 1 health remaining. Okay, and he gets his damage put back up. I'm done, it's all done. Cato's going to take another one out, get himself a resource, seeing as I'm all exhausted. I mean, he's taking a bit of a risk there. Potentially I could have had a Clivex, drop it in right now, kill a tactical squad, swing on Cato. Could have been dangerous for him. And he ambush platforms in the Imperial Power Fist, which is +5 attack on a unit with a warlord at the planet that gets 4 attack while there's a war. So he's swinging for 9. 9 attack right there. I really hadn't put all that together, but just like that, boom, bloody. If I had my signature attachment with its 3 shields, I would have survived. But that's it. I'm dead now. Just wow. just wow. There's no point in stopping there now. Run away with the slavers. Cato got out to make sure he wasn't bloodied, but he wins. That I can't do anything about it. Alright, so he throws down another Terminators. I throw out the Solarite because I have to. Yeah, and I got to say, I was pretty stunned at this second, going, what do I do now? That was a fully Hail Warlord, and now I'm bloodied. What do I do? The Blackguard's quite nice. Quite a fun little card. I may as well try and go to the first planet, because that second planet's going to be scary. See if I can get some resources by winning with the Blackguard. Yeah. Throws us another White Scars onto that first planet. I've got very little other options. I can always get rid of the bonus attack from the White Scars. If I go to planet 2, I can actually get rid of an area effect and the bonus attack, but then he'll still be swinging for 7, because it's only the +2 that would be wiped. Unless the Power Fist would no longer be eligible. I'm not sure. I don't think Inevitable Betrayal would make the Power Fist ineligible, at which point it would discard, but I don't think it can. Has exhausted the Fortress Monastery. Okay, another tactical squad. Right down the end, just as a command. But he doesn't do the resource for it. So there we go. Oh, I think if we go back, we see he's actually done it for one of his other units earlier and forgot to use his monastery. Forgot to trigger the monastery. Yeah, the bikers on planet 1 would cost 2. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright, so I chose a planet. I think I chose planet 1 just because, you know, what else am I going to do at this point, I guess. It's really frustrating because Cato is not bloodied. I need him bloodied before the final battle so that it gives me the option to possibly assassinate him. If I don't have that as a possibility, there is no way I'm going to be able to beat him on the final planet at this stage. I just do not have enough options to do it. So I go to 1, he goes down to planet 3. Just drops them right down the end. Not quite sure why he's doing that. Why not go to 2 where he's got his win condition? He goes down to 3. Oh, he's probably thinking that I was going to go there. He's probably trying to keep out of me. Alright, so we'll block some command. And seeing as there's no battle going on at planet 2, I may as well throw them over to planet 2 where they will be able to be ready to fight. I possibly should have left them to fight on planet 1, but I thought it's okay. I've got some options. I'll be okay. Alright. I've got more resources. I'm slowly building up a few more cards. I'm slowly getting closer to it. Alright. So, Barlas, it's on me. What do I want to try and take out? I decide I'm not going to put out the Shuriken Catapult, which I possibly should have done to be able to actually finish off some of these units. Make sure I was hitting hard enough. Shielded for 2. Of course they are. Of course they are. Yeah, Shuriken Catapult might have been a good one there. Probably would have made sure that it was dead, the White Scar Biker. Alright, so it takes a swing at the Solarite. It's fine, 1 damage because it's flying, and then you take a damage back. Alright, in fact 2 damage, isn't it? Yeah. Go Solarite. Alright. And then I might as well kill the Earthcast Technician, because I probably can. Excellent. Feeling good. I'm feeling like, yeah, I should be able to pull this off between the Solarite, having the Shuriken Catapult to be able to use. He targets the ambush platform, and he puts in another Power Fist. Which, again, wasn't really expecting that. But, here we go. 9 attack, 6 HP. Archon Morn is out of there. So, yeah, GG. That was an interesting way to die at the end there. The Power Fist just really, wow. Wow, that's a big card. Suddenly I'm thinking maybe it should turn up more often. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that, and catch you next time.